Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. We have to ask why the Scottish Parliament is in full retreat. Why is it hiding? Why can it not answer even the most simple questions over the Michael Matheson affair? They keep claiming, oh, it's an investigation and blah, blah, blah. And they keep giving excuses which are really not valid for the questions being asked. There's something there. They're hiding it. They don't want to even try to answer the questions because they know the answers are so massively damaging that it will not only affect Michael Matheson himself, not only the SNP, but possibly even the entirety of the whole of Holyrood. That's how bad it seems to be. And so we can probably assume that we're not going to get to anywhere near the truth as a result of this investigation. It will have to be covered up and hidden, because the last thing they want is the absolute truth to come out. And I think we all know why. It's because of the contents of the iPad. The iPad he refuses still to hand over. After all, if it was only football, and that, literally is out of the bag now, then he has got nothing to fear. And as they keep telling us, if you have nothing to fear, then you have nothing to hide. Let's have a look at this and see why they're so reticent and scared. Here goes. So, the Scottish Parliament is hiding behind the Michael Matheson probe amid its refusal to answer even simple questions. Now, this has been going on for a while now. It's not just like yesterday or anything. This has been going on for a few days. Even the most simple questions, which can be easily answered, and they're refusing to do so. And you have to ask, why? Why are they hiding the truth? Holyrood officials admitted they had not checked the SNP's minister's data log, but refused to say how many times it warned him about not telling them he was going abroad. And if they warned him more than once, then, it's a serious breach. In fact, it's a serious breach because he should never have taken this device abroad. It would have confidential information on it, and you're taking it into what the Foreign Office deems Morocco to be, which is a dangerous country. So even just simply as a security risk, it shouldn't have gone, which makes him a security risk, and therefore he should be disbarred from representing people. That's before you even get into the lying, the thievery, the inability to do his job, the breaking of the laws, the throwing the children under the bus. There's so many reasons why he shouldn't be a representative of the people. But for some reason, he thinks he should, and he's clinging on with desperate little talons onto his job. The Scottish Parliament has been accused of hiding behind its sleaze probe into the sleazy Michael Matheson after refusing to answer simple questions about his behaviour. MSPs on the Scottish Parliament corporate body are looking at whether the SNP minister broke the MSP Code of Conduct, which he absolutely must have done, because if it's anything else, then the Code of Conduct is not worth the paper it's printed on. Officials have refused to answer a number of queries asked by the Scottish Daily Express through the Freedom of Information. Instead, they claim that doing so would prejudice the ongoing investigation into the Scottish Government's Health Secretary. Yes, because prejudicing people by telling the truth is a terrible thing. Gosh, we don't want to prejudice him by, letting everybody know that he's a lying two-faced crook. That's a bit prejudicial. He won't be able to do his job if everyone knows what a thieving, lying bastard he is. How very prejudicial is that? This emotional personal... Oh, sorry, we missed one. However, the Parliament did blow a hole in one of Mr Matheson's claims about how he managed to rack up such a big bill. As he said, it was due to constituency work. He then changed his story and confessed that a majority of the £11,000 receipt was due to his children watching Scottish football using his iPad as a hotspot, but we only have his word for it, and he refuses to hand over the iPad to confirm it. So therefore we suspect it wasn't football at all, but he will keep changing his story until he arrives at a lie that is at least believable, even if it's not actually believed. But I don't think the football story is believable, and simply because he won't put the iPad over for inspection. If it is, as we expect now, oh, look, it is football, and we inspect it and it is football, done, that matter can be put to bed. But apparently He won't do that. So we can't believe, now knowing that he's a liar, and indeed he lied yesterday, we talk about doctors. So it isn't just lying about this, it's lying about his actual day job as well. So we know he's a liar. We can't believe anything he says. So when he says it's football, we'd have to go, no, we don't believe you. Prove it. Show us on your iPad. Get it over, inspect it, and show us what you were looking at the time. And he won't. And therefore we can conclude only one thing, that it wasn't football, and it was something far, far worse. Something degenerate. I suspect, possibly, young people, which is why he is not handing that over. I know, he's just sitting in there, iPad in his left hand, something else in his right hand, and he had a good time was had by all in the room. He was alone in the room. Anyway, this emotional personal statement was made at Holyrood, but it came just a week after he insisted that it was him doing constituency work, which he's now admitted was a load of old bullshit because he's a lying two-faced liar. Mendacious wee tit, that's the word. Anyway, the Scottish Parliament admitted that they did not know whether the use of data relates to uploads and downloads of his work email account. This sheds doubt on his claim that he was using the device to deal with constituency work, despite there being various public holidays in Scotland during his trip. A number of simple questions were also asked, including how many warnings are sent to MSPs every year about going abroad, but this was rebuffed. How is this in any way top secret? How many times a year do you tell people when you're going abroad to ensure your SIM is correct, or at least let us know so we can put you on the right package? Oh, we can't answer that question. Why? Because it makes Michael Matheson look like a lying two-faced wanker. Quite literally. Well, yeah, okay, but he already looks like that anyway. So why not tell the truth? We all know he's a liar, he's a thief, he's probably a wanker. He's incapable of doing his job. He tries to screw people over with adverts about his property. He lies about the number of doctors. What do we do? There's no way he's not a liar. There's no way he's in any way honest. He can't be trusted. He's useless at his job. He's attempted fraud on the Scottish people. Why are you protecting him? Why are you protecting this two-faced lying thief? Who knows? Anyway, a number of simple questions was also asked, including how many warnings were sent, as we said. We previously told how Holyrood officials were sent around guidance this month to avoid another scandal happening. Basically, don't do a Matheson. We did the video yesterday. Don't do a Matheson. Which I don't know, and like I said yesterday, I don't know if that means don't go abroad without telling them, or don't lay in a hotel room in Morocco, knocking one out to kiddies, allegedly, possibly. Who knows? Till he hands that iPad over, it could be anything. It's the Schrodinger's cat, isn't it? Only in this case, it's the Schrodinger's wank. Did he or didn't he? Until we open the box, we'll never know. Anyway, the Scottish Daily Express also asked about how many times Matheson got emails or was contacted about putting his new SIM card in, and whether he submitted his data log to the Scottish Parliament, and whether he was asked for it. Officials leaned on clauses in the Freedom of Information Act to avoid answering any of these questions, because they know the truth is so very, very damaging. It was claimed that if they did so, it would prejudice the ongoing probe, which it won't, because we already know exactly what he is. There can be no further prejudice against this man. And then they give him some bullshit reasons. Anyway, Scottish Conservative Chairman Craig Hoy told the Scottish Daily Express the situation surrounding the scandal-ridden Michael Matheson has also raised questions about the process in the Scottish Parliament. He said the public will want to know why the authorities have decided to hide behind this lengthy investigation rather than just being upfront about crucial questions right now. This process means that Scots are set to be saddled with a distracted health secretary during a period of winter chaos in the NHS when he should have been dismissed weeks ago. Scottish Parliament spokesman said, blah, 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 blah. A load of old rubbish. Nobody cares, because we all know it's all spin and bollocks. Because everything that the Scottish Parliament are going to say is going to be spin and bollocks now, because they won't answer any real questions. And if they're not willing to answer the questions, what is the bloody point? Anyway, I shall stop there, come up, round off, and we'll finish the video and move on to the next one. And boy, it's a Friday. I was hoping for something nice, and it's just busy, busy, busy. But anyway, we'll come up. It's just a joke, isn't it? These people are paid money from the public purse to do a job. They won't do the job. And then when you have sleazy, thieving liars like Matheson squirming around on the floor of the House, these people won't even ask basic or even answer basic questions about what the hell he's up to. They claim it's all secret, we can't do this, blah, blah, and it's not. Because they're not asking questions about him, they're asking generic questions. How many times do you send out the reminders? Oh, I can't answer that because Michael Matheson. No, just answer the question. It's not related to him. It's related to all the others. They're hiding. They're sleek it. They're snide. They are secretive. Because what is going on up there is absolutely disgusting. They cannot even be open and honest with the very people who are paying their damn wages. Maybe it's time the whole thing was brought to a close. It's obviously not fit for purpose. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do please subscribe if you haven't. Do please share the video. Oh, my phone must go. Thank you. Bye.